Lionstone 12:13. Father says, talk to him about my childhood. Let me explain something to you. When my grandfather shot himself, one night I wake up, we moved from Cleveland Garden, and we moved to Virginia Lee, where Chopper Style grew up. Me and him grew up in the same block in the same neighborhood. We went all the way to John Everett High School together. But one night, I decided to wake up. When I wake up, I see a glowing spirit in the kitchen because my hallway was down and the kitchen was in the corner in the house that I lived. So my grandma lived on that room, and I lived in this room. So I see a glowing spirit. So I kind of thought that I seen my grandfather, but I got scared. So I run in the room and close the door. That night, my grandma's grandmother lived with her. She was like 90-something years old. She used to escape the house. So every night she used to wake up. So that night when that shit happened, she ends up trying to open my door. So I get scared and I open the door. When I open the door, I almost smashed her head with I think I had like a box. I don't remember what I had in my hand, but I remember about to hit her, but I caught myself when I recognized it was her. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought it was the spirits trying to come open the door. So cool. That night happened. That stayed in my mind. A couple nights before, I used to live with my grandmother. And this is why sometimes as growing up, I could cover my head and breathe only out my mouth. And I always made sure I cover my feet. I'm sleeping one night with my feet out when my mother had come to spend the night. And in the middle of the night, I felt somebody grab me and pull me. So I jumped up scared because it dragged me down the bed. I got up scared. I was a kid at that time. I didn't understand. So I was like, shit. So ever since then, I always could feel like a negative energy standing over me. You know what I mean? So when I could feel the energy coming through the room in darkness, I would sometimes cover my head, you know what I'm saying, and breathe out my mouth. But now I understand why them things happened to me as I was a kid. Because these motherfuckers knew there's going to be a time where he's going to recognize who he really is. And it's going to be the end for all of us. But the hand that's given by God is the will that runs the universe. That's given by Father. Let's not talk about gods because we have all kind of gods. It's given by Father. Runs the will of the universe. So watching over, I'd always had my common sense of church. I would tell my cousins about church and shit when I was little. About the little bit that I picked up and I learned, you know what I mean? But I didn't never feel like I had to step into these churches. Something was not fitting me inside to feel, this is the right thing. I should follow these churches and, give my life. I felt like they didn't know what the fuck they was talking about. You know what I mean? And I was like, God put that inside my soul to be like, no, man, this ain't. You don't understand what time. Let me give it time. You know what I mean? So I passed through all my delinquency in life to understand today what was the purpose, what was my purpose in life. Every individual have had a chance to figure out themselves and their purpose in life. And it's not to enjoy life. It's not to get married. It's not to build a future. It's to secure your eternal life. So when you say he's a powerful speaker, I ain't trying to bring Putin's going. The Father says, no. These demons are too far behind, and this is Noah's time. If they don't know who you are, you tell them who you are. Noah, 7,777 times. So, It's no such thing. Tell me, I'm a powerful speaker. Exactly. That's why we're declaring war. To bring them to Jesus. Their new world order. Understand? I'm not here to be your preacher. I'm not here to ask you for $1,000 donation. I give a damn about that. I've had it all. Caesar conquered. Alexander conquered. I've had it all. Hercules went through labors. Achilles fought the biggest wars. Spartacus run the biggest slaveries. I've done it all. He shows me. So, there's only one thing left. Is what? To put the torch to the fire. Because you see, the element of fire is pure love. That's why the heavens is burnt down in fire. Because these gods and these goddesses and these humans have learned how to worship them and place them in the heavens. And the only way to cleanse that is through fire. The only fire, the only individual that could sustain that torment is Father. Anything else that's placed spirit or humans or gods in a fire placed by Father's hand, man, they're in some fucking trouble because that's pure love. And evil can't stand next to pure love. Understand the element of Father and the element of His love? So, I'm very what? Spiritual.